Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Fairy Tail's 100 Year Quest episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode things went in a very bad direction. First of all, Mercurophobia, his power went out of control, and it turns out it's not that the white mage took away his power, but the white mage took away the ability to control his power, which basically means without her permission he cannot use his power technically, which kind of results in him losing his power in that sense. So, that is how exactly she was able to make him go lose control of his power. So he's like making a whole ruckus in in that place, and everything is like going inside the water. His power has gone crazy. And while all of this is happening, white mage who has been captured by Fairy Tail, she was able to take the Fairy Tail members their power. I'm assuming take control of their ability to control of their power. Technically, which means they cannot use their power. So that's what's going on over there. While Natsu and like Lucy's group, they are they're thinking what to do. And that girl, I forgot her name. What was her name? I forgot. Caramel, I think. Yeah, she is like, oh, you have to seal him or defeat him. Natsu's not happy about this because obviously he's a good person, but you cannot do anything in this situation. So yeah, let's see what happens. Episode number 6. I'll be putting subtitles and the timer here. Think it whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What? What is this? Was she eating popcorn? I don't think so. Yeah. Ah. Hmm. 1 week extension. Yeah. Yeah. Giant anteater. Oh, okay. That'll help in. Wow. Well, inspiration. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of them. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Right, here we go. God damn, yeah, it's crazy. Lineage of fire. God damn. Look at it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. Oh, what? What? Bro! He's using He's okay, that is crazy. How is. That's water he's using. He's exploding the place with water. Imagine. Alright. Oh, got. Oh my god, I was gonna say got a dodge, but yeah. Right, nice. Raw, okay. Yeah, oh yeah, the water is too damn strong. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, ice might hopefully work. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow. That's handy. Oh yeah, he can, I guess he can dispel it. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay. Okay, it did nothing. I wait, what? Wow. It's like a water. Oh god. God damn. Oh. Yeah, okay. It's not working. Bro, imagine a whirlpool in the sky. Boy, this is not good. What the hell? Who's that? It's one of the other dragon gods? No, wait. Is it Igneel? But how? Wait, what's happening? Oh my god, that is a ripped ass dragon. Look at it. Yeah, there you go. They were saying it in. Yeah, Igneel. Is it like Igneel's son or something? Like, I don't know. It might be possible because, you know. Yeah, this is not. Yeah. Damn. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. But nah, it worked this time though. Hmm. Hmm. What? How? How can he? Oh wait. I guess he could just suck it in. Yeah, like I said. Hmm. He probably wants to fight him or something. Yeah, there you go. Right. Yep, there you go. That's him. Ignia. Yep, there you go. Which makes sense, obviously. He's a dragon. He must have had like a dragon son or daughter or whatever. So, wait. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that's. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is true, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. Let's see. I see. I was wondering, like, where was he up until now then? Like, so he was here. Five of us who survived. Five Dragon Balls. Interesting. So they ran away to in fear of Ethnologia, but they became strong enough. Hmm. Yeah, but Hmm. Yeah, like we saw what happened. Yeah, in no way is he. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Oh boy. Yeah. Well. Damn. Okay. Yeah. First, we need to take care of this situation. Well, this is my brother. Kind of. It's funny how the previous time it was also his brother. This time it's also his brother who's going to make all the problems, I'm guessing. Hmm. It's crazy. Like I said, in previously, it was freaking Zeref, who is also his brother. This time it's also his brother who will be the final. Yeah. Yeah? Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh, there we go. His dragon. Oh! Damn! Oh, yeah. Oh! Yo! Look at that. That is crazy. Yeah, and here's another thing. Obviously, Ignis, he said that this isn't even Mark Phobia's full power. So, since he is being controlled, so him defeating Mercphobia here doesn't mean anything. Because technically this is Nasu borrowing Ignis's power, and Mercphobia isn't even using his true form, so true power, so yeah. Oh! Damn! Yeah. Mm. Oh my god, hey! He is gonna shoot out water or something. Yeah, roar. Can he? I don't know. Okay, he probably can. Hey yo. Wow, it just. Yeah. Oh. Mm. Right. Yeah, they got. Damn! Oh, a punch! Uppercut! Ugh! Oh boy. Okay, calm down. Not. Oh no, he's going. Yeah. Oh boy. I knew, like, the flame is going to affect him negatively. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh boy. Wow, that was crazy. Okay, so we met another one of the dragons who I'm assuming he will be the final, like, I guess you could say, obstacle. And before we go to him, it'll be like we'll have to face the other dragons. So it's going to be something like that. At least that's what I'm assuming, because he seems like he will be like the final boss or something. And this is Mercphobia, so there's a few other dragons after Mercphobia as well. So we need to take care of them as well. And I doubt the other dragons will be as cooperative as Mercphobia. I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see. I wasn't actually expecting him to be Ignil's son though. Like I thought, like, oh, it's going to be another random, like, fire dragon god or something. I wasn't expecting him to be related to Ignil, and it's interesting, as you said, that they ran away here to in fear of Acnologia, but by the end of it, he became strong enough to withstand Acnologia. And yeah, yeah. And also another thing, which he said is kind of true, is like to defeat Acnologia, everyone had to fight together. However, he wants a 1 versus 1 against Natsu, so okay, that's it. So he wants a 1 versus 1. So Natsu will have to improve a lot. He cannot really, like, I guess you could say in the like eventually with the battle that's going to happen, he he cannot get his friends' help. So he will have to be strong enough to stand up to Ignis. I think that was his name himself. So yeah, and obviously this showed the crazy amount of difference between him and Natsu, because Natsu was able to fight Mercphobia, not even him in his true power, after consuming the flames from Ignis. So yeah, right. And yeah, that was today's episode. Crazy episode. I wasn't expecting like a development like that though. Like Ignis' son. Okay. Um, and yeah, we were able to defeat Mercphobia. However, Mercphobia's situation, I'm not sure what's going to happen now. Is he like defeated? Is he? I don't think he's dead. I maybe he's injured a lot and maybe he like got knocked out. Um, so the main questions come: what now? Like if he's like he's probably just injured. So if he's like knocked out or something, like how do we stop him for real? Because this can repeat in the future as well, unless and until we're able to get the white mage. The white mage will continue doing this. So that's another thing we have to think about. Um, yeah, right. And there you go. Ignis comes in and he just shows a fraction of his power against Natsu, and tells him to eat his flame and become stronger so that he can fight up until the very end and be the last man standing. As you said, he's like, you now currently you're not in any form ready to face me, so keep fighting the others, face the other dragons, and get strong enough to fight me 1 versus 1. And yeah, and as Lucy says in the end, that the flame, after eating Ignis' flame, there was a change in demeanor of Natsu, and he couldn't properly control the power. The power started controlling him, as we saw in the end. He kind of goes a little bit overboard. However, in the previous scene, just before that, we did see Natsu himself said that, guys, like I fought with everyone else up until now, and unless and until I have to face him 1 versus 1, you guys fight with me. So that makes me think that, yeah, maybe he completely wasn't taken over. Maybe it was just a momentary amount of time that he lost control of his power. Which is good, because he wouldn't have said that otherwise. If he like truly lost control of his power, and like that, and as we saw in the final scene, he probably wouldn't have said that. Those words, he wouldn't have said that. So the fact that he said those words makes me think that was just a momentary amount of time that he lost control at the very end. It wasn't that he was fighting like while he was when he lost control. He was fighting the whole battle. It wasn't that he was fighting the whole battle while he had no control of his own power. I doubt that. It was probably at the very end that happened. Right. And yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe if he himself gets strong enough, maybe he will be able to control that power, because I'm assuming that power started controlling him because that power was stronger than him himself. So when something like that happens, you lose control of your own powers and you might go berserk, like this happened. Yeah, and in the end, Lucy comes in and stops him. So there you go. Okay, let's see. Is there anything worthy of discussion today? No, nothing much. In that sense, the today's episode was like fully like fighting. and there wasn't much information like that was like shared today. The only information that we got to see, the new information, the new thing that we got to know today is Ignis and him being Ignil's true son, like actual flesh and blood son. That and the fact that he wants to fight Natsu in the end. That's the only thing, like the big thing that got revealed today. Other than that, it was just fighting today. There was nothing, I guess you could say, worthy of discussion. Like the first section was like them fighting against Mercphobia, and then the second section and the final section was them fighting against, not fighting against, but I guess you could say the whole conversation against Ignis, and Ignis telling Natsu that, oh, you're not good enough now, at least at this point. And then the final section was Natsu, after consuming that flame, fighting against Mercphobia head to head and defeating him, losing control eventually of his power, but Lucy comes in and stops him. Yeah, okay, now that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, I don't know what that was, but that was just like a little, I guess you could say like a little section in the beginning where they showed like Lucy writing like a book. Obviously she's like an author, so and Natsu's like, what, like they're like, what are you writing? And she's like, oh, I'm writing about like some ant eaters or something like that, she said. And then Natsu's like, okay, then we have this mission here, which lo and behold, it is related to that, so you can go and like get inspiration from there. At which Lucy's like, no, I need to like work and everything. And he's like, better than just sitting around doing nothing and like kind of thinking about what to do, then just go out and see like if you can get some inspiration. At which she gets convinced, and in the end it turns out it did work. She got a lot of inspiration from like encountering them. And yeah, that was that section. And then the real story starts, and here we get to see the battle which was continuing, the fight against Mercphobia. Now like obviously like looking at the whole situation, in no way could they have fought Mercphobia properly, because he's a goddamn, I don't know, like huge dragon. Like look at him, and he's like floating in the sky. He's making the whole water float in the sky, and it's just in no way can fight him like that properly. So Natsu obviously has Happy, so he can go around flying around and at least try to attempt to fight him, but he was still struggling. While I guess Lucy had her Sagittarius dress on, so she could shoot arrows. But it was difficult for the others to properly go and aid Natsu in that situation. So Natsu was kind of like like close, like doing the whole close combat thing, while everyone else was like at a distance supporting him. And Natsu tries his best to kind of go inside the water that he was shooting to try and kind of like surprise him from the top and everything, but eventually it didn't work. And even when he got the chance to get on top of Mercphobia and attack him, Mercphobia literally used like some kind of a water shield or something. I don't know what he did there, but it didn't work. Nothing happened. And then he made a whirlpool which started sucking Natsu up. And Gray tried his best to stop it, because obviously Gray can use can freeze like water, and he was doing it. But what happened is like obviously the water was made by Mercphobia. So when Mercphobia saw that he's using his water to freeze it and make it use of it as a staircase, I think he kind of dispelled that magic, that water. So the ice ended up breaking down, so it didn't work. Gray tries his best, but it doesn't work properly. In the end, Natsu gets sucked into the whirlpool, at which we get to see Ignis. Ignis comes in and is like, oh, Mercphobia, don't do anything to this kid. I'll be the one who will fight him in the end. So and he comes, and obviously at first I was like, what the hell, Ignil? And then I was like, it's probably not Ignil, but someone related to him. I didn't expect him to be Ignil's son though. I thought maybe it's like some relative or something. I don't know what I thought. But yeah, it turns out it's his son. And Natsu and also realizes this, and he was also like, yeah, like I can get the same vibe. And yeah, and Ignis, he also looks like Ignil. Obviously, if you look at him, he looks like Ignil. So yeah, Natsu kind of realized like something is similar about him. Anyways, so he's like, let me aid you, let me help you out for a bit. Starts burning the whole town. Instead of water, like, like water being completely drowning the town, he made the whole place into a sea of flames, you know. And Nasa's like, what the hell are you doing? You giving a hand? No, you're not. And this is where Mercphobia starts using his water to extinguish that flame, you know. And at which, this is also where Ignis told him that he's just doing this to save himself, he's not trying to protect the villages, and this isn't even his full power. So, the fact that you're losing to him tells me that in no way are you ready to face me, one versus one. So he's like, yeah, take the flame, eat it, get stronger, and defeat Mercphobia. And Nasu kind of like says like, no, I don't want to do it, this and that. But as Ignis said, it is true. He has no other choice. And like one thing Ignis said was pretty damn correct. He was like if you don't eat the flames, I won't even have to kill your friends. They'll die over here in front of since Mercphobia is going crazy. So you have to do it. Otherwise, there's nothing else you could do in this situation, at least. And he also, this is where he reveals that I'm Ignis' son. Like Nasu's like no, like I'm Ignis' son, and he's like, yeah, like I know, and but I'm like his actual son. And I was just saying, I was like, what is up with this show? Like in the previous season, not season, but this in Fairy Tail, it was Natsu's brother, obviously Zeref, who had the whole like story revolved around him, and by the end of it, it became like confronting him. And by the looks of it, this time as well, it's gonna be his brother again. What's up with Natsu and his brothers? Every single one of them just making a complete mess of stuff. This time as well, I'm not 100% sure, but from the looks of it, it probably will be like that. He will probably be like the, I don't know, like the big boss, the final boss of this story. Because from the looks of it, they're going to go at it like, obviously we're fighting Mercphobia now, water. From like this, we're going to go with the different dragons, and finally we'll reach to Ignis, and probably confront him. And I'm assuming since it's going to probably go like that, he will be like the final boss of this whole thing. I might be wrong though. Who knows? Maybe they have something else in mind. But my point is, it's again one of his brothers. Like, wow. But yeah, right. And this is where Ignis also says, yeah, that the reason why we weren't there is because we had to run away from Echnologia, and we came here, the dragons, we came here, we survived here, and like ironical situation, we got stronger than Echnologia eventually. And when I was like, I wanted to fight against Echnologia because obviously I don't want any revenge or anything like that, but I just want to test my mettle. It turns out someone else did it for me, and that is why I got interested in the son of Ignis, which is Natsu. But looking at you now, you're not worth enough. You're not worthy enough to fight me. You easily get defeated. So get stronger, and I'll wait. And this is what he tells, and he also says kind of threatens to kill his friends if he if that's going to make him more motivated. Obviously Nasu gets pissed off at that comment. In the end, Nasu realizes he cannot do anything now because he tried to punch him and just stopped it with one hand. It's just over. In no way is he doing anything at this point, at least. So yeah, he's like, fight, do what you have to do, and I'll be waiting for you. And Ignis just took off after that. So there you go. That is the whole thing in this whole situation. Right. So I'm sure we'll get to see, but I'm kind of curious about the other dragons now as well. Like the five of them are there. So we already met two of them, Ignis and Mercphobia. There's three more we still have to meet. I'm guessing we'll probably meet them one after the other. However, like I said, I doubt any of them will be as cooperative as Mercphobia. I'm pretty sure eventually we will have to fight them all, and the situation won't be as favorable as this one, because technically Mercphobia was friendly with us. He didn't like attack us or do anything to us. He was pretty friendly with us. I don't think the other dragons will be like that, so it'll be a lot more difficult than this. But we'll see. And I guess that is the challenge. Like, Natsu has to get strong enough to face them properly, otherwise she cannot do anything against Ignis. And as Ignis said that, you guys fought Acnologia together and defeated them. Yeah, obviously it's a very good, accomplishment, but that means personally, like, 1 versus 1, you aren't strong enough. So you have to get there, and you'll have to be strong enough to fight me 1 versus 1. Then, yeah, that's what he wants. And in the end, as we get to see, Natsu says that, like, even though, like, I want to be strong enough to fight him, at least the journey up until that, you guys have to help me out. So, that kind of thing. Again, I feel like, I don't know, like, if they really take this direction where Natsu himself gets strong enough to fight him, like face to face, 1 versus 1, that'll be very interesting, because I guess in that sense, like, Fairy Tail has always been this whole friendship thing, like fight with your friends, that kind of thing. So if something like this is like becomes the theme of this story, like, 100 Years Quest, that'll be like a, I guess you could say, like something fresh, because technically they aren't really like going in a new direction. They aren't really forgetting their roots, which is basically fight together with your friends, that kind of thing, because technically they will be doing that, but at the same time they will also be taking a new, I guess you could say, new direction to it, because Nasu will be trying to fight him 1 versus 1 by the end of it, and he personally will have to get strong enough to do that. So, it will be interesting if it actually takes a direction like that. Like, if Natsu actually fights him in the end 1 versus 1 without any help from any of his friends, that'll be interesting to see. We'll see. Because honestly speaking, like, like Fairy Tail, like the first, obviously the first, like, series, the actual Fairy Tail. I've said this multiple times, but I liked Fairy Tail up until a certain point, and then from a certain point onwards, and at the very end, I became extremely disappointed, especially that final fight with Seraph. I was like, what is this? So I feel like maybe, like, if they, what they're showing here in today's episode, what we saw, and if this is how it goes, if Ignis is actually fights him 1 versus 1 without any kind of, like, friendship, like, stuff and anything like that, then that'll be pretty interesting. I genuinely want to see Natsu solo or 1 versus 1 a character, because yeah, obviously it's important to fight with friends because this is a shonen show, but at the same time, personal growth is also important. So if they take that direction, I will be very happy. At least it'll be an interesting to see a direction like that. If that's what happens, we'll see. So yeah, that was that. Now after that, like, Ignis goes away, and then we have Natsu just standing there, like, Lucy and everyone else comes here, and they're like, what's going on? And Natsu's like grumbling. He's like, oh, like, and then obviously they're like, Lucy's like, oh, you can eat these flames now, and then we can fight properly. And Natsu's like, no, I don't want to eat these flames. But obviously, you cannot do anything. Beggars can't be choosers at this point of time. So in the end, Natsu's like, fine, I'll do it. And he eats the flames, and he says, like, God damn, this is good. It does give me a lot of strength. And and this part was really good, like, really well animated and really well done. Usually, because I feel like Fairy Tail's animation also fell off completely at the second series, especially, like, in a few of the fights I remember in Fairy Tail, it was completely bad. Like, I remember that they didn't really properly animate the fights as well. It was just like still scenes. Them, like, sometimes animes do that, like still scenes, they kind of move around, and it's just weird. Like, it's not proper animation. So I remember Fairy Tail fights became like that, but this part was really well done. I really like this whole sequence of Natsu like powering up, and then what follows after that. That part was really well done. If this type of fights continue again, I'll be very happy because I really enjoyed this part, the whole section of Natsu powering up and then going and the whole fight against Mercphobia. And obviously he was like shooting across the sky and fighting, so nobody else can do anything, help him out in this situation at least. Natsu was holding his ground very well, and he was beating up Mercphobia. And you can see this is where Lucy's like, this is probably the first time I felt afraid of Natsu's flames. And then Mercphobia uses his roar, or he was going to use his roar, or he used his roar, at which Natsu also used his flame power and deals the final blow to Mercphobia. Then to finish him off, before that, he tells everyone that, guys, like, I might need to face Ignis 1 versus 1 at the end, but we've always fought together, and I would like you guys to fight this fight with me, at least up until I get strong enough to fight Ignis 1 versus 1. So this is what I was saying. I was like, yeah, like obviously they weren't going to go in the whole solo direction of like fighting individual battles. They're obviously going to be the whole friendship power and all that stuff. There'll definitely be in this show. But I like the fact that they are going to take, or at least I'm hoping that they will try to take a direction where Natsu himself actually individually fights someone without any like external help or anything like that. If that happens, that will be really nice. But yeah, obviously the theme of this show is basically like friendship. So completely like forgetting that is also not a good thing. So I'm glad that this scene happened when Natsu was like, yeah, you guys will still fight with me, but like help me out to reach that part at least. So they're not completely forgetting that part, but at the same time they're adding this whole solo Natsu versus Ignis and the potential future, this type of thing. They're going to, I'm assuming they will be doing that, which I'm kind of excited about. Let's see. Either way, in the end, Erza, Wendy, Gray, they come in and help out, dealing the final blow to Mercphobia. Yeah, but this is where problem strikes. Natsu cannot stop now. His flames are like taking over him. And he's like, I remember he says like the same thing that Ignis said a few moments ago. Ignis said something like, oh, we are the flame dragons. We will, our flames will never go out. We will destroy this whole world. And the flames will, like destroy everything or something like that, he says. Natsu says a similar thing over here. He says something like, where's that part? Yeah, not yet. His body is still here. I need to burn everything down. There you go. And yeah, and he kind of goes overboard here, but Lucy comes in and like hugs him from the back, stops him, and in the end, Natsuda is like, "Oh, is it over?" Yeah, and that is where it ended. So yeah, there you go. That's what happened. So it's pretty obvious the flames took over him because the flames are way more stronger than him. When you try to, I guess you could say, take like aid from something which is way more overwhelming and stronger than you, then that thing takes over you. That kind of thing. So it's important for Natsu himself to go strong enough, maybe to withstand that power and properly use his flames. So at the end of the day, it boils down to that. He needs to get strong enough to, I guess you could say, withstand that flame, and maybe then he will be like ready to properly face Ignis. And I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to happen maybe later, in the later section, because we still have 3 more dragons to deal with after this, and then finally Ignis, I'm assuming. So yeah, all that will happen. Also, today's episode obviously was fully focused on this part, so we got to see nothing about the White Mage. So I do wonder what's happening over there in Fairy Tail. Maybe next episode we'll get to know. So yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. Yeah, so that was episode number 6 of Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.